For those on a vegan or plant-based diet, protein is always a topic of interest and often concern. Soy is a common source of protein for those on a vegan or plant-based diet, and this traditionally comes in the form of tofu or tempeh. But there are other sources of soy-based protein, such as soy curls or textured vegetable protein, known as TVP. In this video, I'm going to make recipes using the soy curls. I'm going to make a pulled barbecue sandwich, a Mongolian stir-fry using the soy curls, and also a chicken noodle soup, well, chicken, using the soy curls in place of chicken for a noodle soup. I'm going to make another video making recipes with the TVP. Look for that in the future. I just didn't want to make too long of a video, and I wanted to focus on one of these dehydrated proteins at a time. But first, I want to cover the similarities and differences between soy curls and TVP, covering how both they are made, their texture and appearance, their nutritional profile, flavor, and their common uses for cooking. Both soy curls and TVP have somewhat of a neutral flavor, and they tend to absorb the flavors of a recipe very well. Perhaps soy curls have a slight soy flavor because it is less processed than the TVP. Both are also naturally gluten-free, but what you need to look out for is whether or not the company offering the TVP or soy curls states that they're gluten-free, and you also want to look to see if any additional seasonings or flavors are included, since they may make the TVP or soy curls not gluten-free. TVP is made by extracting soy protein from defatted soy flour. This undergoes a process that removes the fat and the moisture, leaving a textured, protein-rich product, whereas soy curls are less processed, and they are made from whole soybeans that are cooked, extruded, and then dehydrated without removing any of the natural oils. So they contain a slightly higher fat content than the TVP. And when speaking of fat content, the soy curls has, per serving, just 1 gram of saturated fat, whereas the TVP has 0 grams of saturated fat. Both soy curls and TVP are fairly budget friendly. Both come in 8-ounce bags, depending on the manufacturer. You can also get them in bulk, but let's say you're buying an 8-ounce bag. The soy curls run approximately, at the time of filming this video, about maybe $6.50 to $7 a bag, and that's going to make about 3 to 4 recipes with 2 to 3, 4 servings per recipe. And then the TVP is slightly less expensive, maybe $5 an 8-ounce bag, and again, making multiple recipes with that bag. They both are certainly less expensive than buying a ground meat or cuts of meat that you may use in place of the soy curls. As you can see, TVP has a fine crumbled texture. So think of it as a good substitute for things that have a ground meat, such as chilies or maybe tacos or maybe even a bolognese. Soy curls are great for recipes that require more of a meaty, chewy texture to the protein within the recipe. Think of things like fajitas, or perhaps a stir-fry, or pulled barbecue dishes. In fact, I'm about to make a pulled soy curl barbecue sandwich for lunch, and I'm going to show you how easy and quick it is to make this delicious and actually nutritious meal. So first what I'm going to do is soak the soy curls. I put enough in my bowl here that I believe will be sufficient to make a barbecue sandwich, just a single barbecue sandwich for myself. And as you see, soy curls are so versatile that you can just quickly prep a single serving, or you can then adjust the servings amount depending on how many people you have to serve. So I'm going to cover this with hot water, just enough to cover, let it soak, and I'm going to let that soak for 10 minutes. So I let my soy curls sit in the boiling water for 10 minutes. Now they're rehydrated. And what I want to do is I actually want to now extract as much water as I can out of these for this particular barbecue sandwich recipe. So I'm going to drain the soy curls, and then I'm going to give them a quick rinse. And then what I'm going to do is try to squeeze as much water as I can out of them. For this particular recipe, they don't have to be that dry because I'm going to be adding the barbecue sauce. So now I'm going to add a gluten-free and vegan barbecue sauce. Just gonna pour that right on there. You can certainly make your own. I'm gonna give this a good stir. And then I'm actually just going to microwave this before I put it in a bun. I've got my gluten-free and vegan bun ready to go. I'm going to heat this up, and then I'll just add that and I'll show you what it looks like. This is my final product here. It's a gluten-free and vegan pulled barbecue made with soy curls. I left the tops off these sandwiches so that you could see the meatiness of the soy curls. The soy curls actually do mimic a nice meaty texture, something similar to a pulled pork, but it pairs nicely with some oven fries and some coleslaw, and of course I have to have pickles. I have another video with another type of barbecue. It's made with lentils, and I'll link that at the end of this video, and I'll also put it in the description. In that video I show you not only how to make the barbecue, but also the coleslaw and the oven fries. They're actually air fryer fries. Anyway, I'm going to go enjoy these barbecues. Let's move on to making the Mongolian stir-fry using soy curls. Place 1 cup of soy curls in a medium bowl. This is enough for about 2 servings of the Mongolian stir-fry. And then what you want to do is cover that with boiling water, just enough to cover it, and then we're going to allow this to soak for 10 minutes. While the soy curls soaked, I started prepping my sauce. You need 2 cloves of garlic and 1 piece of ginger that will equal about 1 tablespoon when diced. Peel and dice both the garlic and the ginger. Place them both in a medium-sized bowl. To that bowl, add 2 tablespoons of gluten-free tamari or soy sauce, 1/2 cup of vegetable broth, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, about 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. Depending on your spice tolerance, about 1/4 to 1/2 of a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. Stir all the ingredients very well and then pour it into a wok or a large skillet. Let that sit off the heat while you prepare your soy curls. After the soy curls have soaked for 10 minutes, strain them with a fine mesh strainer, and then also rinse them under some cold water. Then try to squeeze out as much water as possible from the soy curls. Then line a baking tray with parchment paper and give it a light spray of avocado or coconut oil. This will help prevent the soy curls from sticking onto the tray. Then spread the soy curls on the tray in an even layer. You want to try to spread the soy curls apart so that they're not on top of one another and so that they will evenly bake when you place them in the oven. And you will need to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Then place them in the oven and bake for about 15 minutes, and you want to stir them halfway through so that they evenly brown. And when they are finished baking, they should be slightly crispy and brown, as you see here. Then heat up your wok or skillet so that the sauce in the skillet starts to boil and the flavors start to blend and meld, and the sauce should thicken. If it becomes too thick, you can add some extra vegetable broth, as I did here. Allow the sauce to simmer for about 3 minutes and stir it occasionally, and once it hits a nice thickness, then you can add the soy curls and stir to coat evenly. I served this Mongolian Soy Curl Stir-Fry with some broccoli and a side of jasmine rice. It hit the spot. It was chewy, it had a nice sweetness and a subtle heat to it. It was really delicious.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make a delicious chicken noodle soup using soy curls.
Place 2 cups of soy curls in a medium-sized bowl and pour boiling water over the soy curls and cover them to the top, just enough to cover all of the soy curls. Then add 1 tablespoon of poultry seasoning to the soy curls and water and stir to combine. Set aside and allow this to rest for 10 minutes. Clean and peel 3 large carrots or 4 medium-sized carrots. Then cut them into large chunks. Then clean and dice 3 stalks of celery. Clean, peel, and dice a large shallot, as well as 4 cloves of garlic. To a large Dutch oven, add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and then turn on the heat to medium heat until you heat the oil. Then add all of the chopped vegetables and then stir to combine the oil with the vegetables. You certainly can use vegetable broth or water if you don't want to use oil. Sauté the vegetables for about 3 minutes. Add about 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper and stir into the vegetables. Drain the liquid from the soy curls. There's no need to rinse them or squeeze any liquid out of them. You can just add them to the pan. Then add the soy curls to the vegetable mixtures and stir to combine. And cook this for about 3 to 5 minutes to allow the soy curls to dry out a bit and get slightly brown. Then add 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning to the soy curl and vegetables and stir to combine. Then add 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and also stir that into the vegetables and soy curls. Then stir in 2 32-ounce containers of vegetable broth that is called a no-chicken broth. Stir all of the ingredients together. Add 1 bay leaf and then stir that into the soup. And allow the soup on medium-high heat to simmer for about 5 minutes. Then add your pasta or noodle of choice. I added one that was a combination of corn, brown rice, and quinoa. And cook the noodles or pasta according to the package instructions. Mine said to cook for about 6 to 9 minutes. When the pasta was cooked to an al dente texture, I removed the bay leaf. This soup is warm and comforting with subtle undertones of garlic and herbs, and the soy curls serve as a nice substitute for the chicken found in traditional chicken noodle soup.
Let me know in the comments if you make any of these recipes or if you have a favorite recipe using soy curls.
Also, as I mentioned in every video, if you have a favorite recipe that you'd like assistance with in converting to a gluten-free and vegan recipe, let me know in the comments because I welcome these challenges. Also, check out these next videos.